the Copa ones are nice. They look a little bit too similar to the Academy ones, but other than that, they're quite nice. I like the stars in the background and things. It looks really nice. But the UEFA Euro ones, oh my God, I don't know. That's a pretty big miss from the design team.
Hello footies and welcome to episode 615 of your FC Friday goodness. Yeah, it may be a two-man show at the moment and there is no truth in the fact that Ingve is currently in a Munich beer keller and finishing off his last pint. But he will be joining us in about 10 or 15 minutes. Unfortunately, my messages sound like I speak, and if you're a non-English speaker or even if you're not Scottish, my messages don't always make sense, unfortunately. So a wee bit of confusion there on what time we're going to start tonight. And you have two Scots on the show tonight, and we are desperate to get off to see our team get beat off the mighty Germans. But that's that in the background. So you see that my name is Chris, otherwise known as GPM, or currently known in the Discord as Maradona Kebab. I am the mayor of Istanbul because I got the mighty Turks in the Euro sweep. But I'm joined today by my good friend, the King of Croatia. Like Modric himself, he's slightly older. His legs are starting to wane a little bit, but he has got loads of skill and plenty of energy. It's my good friend, John TalkingFUT. Welcome, my friend.
Thanks very much, Chris. Thanks for having me on. Looking forward to tonight's show, even if we are watching the deadline.
Yeah, definitely. So as you say, no surprises that you got Croatia in the sweep. So are you looking forward to your team doing well?
Yeah, I'm quite happy, actually. They're always a dark horse, aren't they? They're maybe not the favourites, but they're certainly good enough to go far deep in the competition and with a bit of luck, maybe even take it.
No, fingers crossed, my friend, fingers crossed. So, as I say, it's the Festival of Football has suddenly left us. That was a quick summer. It was very much a Scottish summer, that one. You know, one shiny day and the rest is all rain. How was it for you? How was the festival?
It was... Tots was terrible. And I got to the stage, and I think I Discord, and I might even tweeted, that's me done, my pack locks. And I think I listed all my pack locks, and were shocking. And then the very last day of Tots, I pulled a Bonmati, 97, and she's amazing. And then we went to the Festival of Football, and my luck just went through the roof. We got Balak, Hadji, Walker, Bruno Guimaraes, Capdevia, Lukaku, Bish, Bash and Bosch. I just need a good centre-back, and I think I'll pull one out of this tournament.
No, that sounds really good. So, I mean, I just have to say that, so I have the Walker card. I paid over $1 million for that, and I'm scared to look at what he's going at the moment, and I'm hoping he does get loads of upgrades. I do expect England to do well. Did you feel that the Walker card is worth the coins? I mean, $1 million coins. How does he feel to play in game?
I use him at centre-back. So, obviously, I'm using from the Discord Dual Bugger, it's original 5-3-2. So that is balanced full-backs, but get very high up the pitch because you play 70-plus depth. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually using Cancelo on the right and Capdevia on the left. So Walker just sits in as a really fast centre-back, so he covers that ground against those fast strikers, playing that high depth. So for me, it's great. Again, I don't know if I'd ever pay $1 million coins for a card at this stage of the game, but certainly because I've packed them, I'm delighted, absolutely delighted.
Mm-hmm. And are you sitting now with a load of packs left to open, or have you drained your club?
No, the club is drained. I've hardly got any tots. Like, was it yesterday, I threw the Mianu card, apologies for my pronunciation, but that English midfielder, and I'd already put him in the SPC because I'm running out of tots and tots moments, etc. And then you find the objective is the cup to play cup games. It's like, I'll just put one of my best English players that I've got left into an SPC in the hunt for something else. So, club's getting a little bit thin. But, you know, it always is at this time of year, and then one or two good packs, and then you're back in the race.
Did you do any SBCs?
Just 85 times 3 every day. But no, I didn't do like any player SBCs. I just did the grind, 82 player picks, 81 player pick, all that stuff. Just grinded that 85 times 3 gold upgrades, things like that. So and that's where like 85 times 3. That's where I got a Balak. That's where I got a Hadji. stuff like that. So for me, it worked.
So just for me, I did the Crespo one. So I had a load of dupes. I think I had an All Black off the top of my head, and I think I had a player from, I think it was maybe Poland or something. So I'm not going to butcher his surname. And I thought to myself, great, Crespo card looks really good. I looked at that one and the Drogba one, and you know, one of the benefits of being on the Discord is you can ask someone like Ingve, what do you think? You know, should I do the Drogba card? Should I do the Crespo card? And Ingve says, well, it depends what you want. If you want a battering ram, a strong man, big man up top, who's you know, I think Wimby says he's been absolutely terrific for him. Drogba's your man, 100%. You know.
He looks great. I think for me, I had the 94 Drogba, but I also pulled the Lukaku, who's an absolute battering ram. And I've already got really good options up front. I was one of the, was it 0.7% with the Messi? Mm-hmm. So I swithered and thought, I can't justify the fodder when I've already got good players, so I didn't do them. But I absolutely understand why people would want to do that, Drogba. And the Crespo, I just thought was too many packs for me, Chris. It was just a lot.
Yeah. No, for me, I looked at it and I thought it was so great. You know, it's an icon. I might do them. I don't think, look, I'm struggling a little bit with Harry Kane. I think I'd mentioned that in the Discord. I've got the 97 rated Tots Harry Kane. I find him a little bit slow and a little bit out of position a lot of the times where I really need him to be. So Ingve says, look, I think Crespo's probably the way to go. And I thought to myself, brilliant. Got to do Crespo. So I did the 92 rated squad with the dupes that I had. I thought to myself, I'll just grind it, you know, just grind my way through the rest of the season and see how I get on. And I'll slowly but surely build up Crespo. I'm sure he's going to get, you know, Argentina's going to go pretty far. And just happened to look on, I think it was Wednesday, to see they had 3 days left.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't have a lot at the start.
Oh, so again, you know, usual me, didn't actually look at the small print, didn't actually think to myself, that, you know, this is going to be a very quick one. So I've actually had to throw loads of cards in, but I wouldn't like to have lost. But no, I've done that. I haven't actually used them. I finished them last night. I think he's got maybe till tomorrow to go. He'll probably pick up in weekend league for there. But Harry Kane's going to come in, of course, because I'm going to do the cup at least with the English players.
That went smoother than I thought, Chris. I did the cup in, I think, 9 games, possibly 10. And that was with a couple of people backing out on me, so it pushed me into an extra game. But actually worked really well for me at the minute. I just like that tactic by old bugger it. It just... I know people will call it a ratty 5 at the back, but considering you're playing both midfielders on get forward, both your strikers are getting behind and are not on comeback, so and both your fullbacks are unbalanced, I think it's very attacking. Mm-hmm. And it was just, I played with a silver goalkeeper, women's goalkeeper, in the World Cup, and I still got it done in 9 or 10 games.
Right, okay. And
I also had a St Johnstone Evo player, Dre Wright, and a right wing back, rated 76.
And so, did you get anything with your packs then? Did you get anything?
Actually, that's a fib. The Haji card came out of the 10 Cup. One of the objectives that was like 10 out of 12 wins. I can't remember. I'm getting mixed up in my objectives now, Chris.
There's been so much, mate.
There has, but I got a Haji out with one of those because my brother-in-law was like, that's not fair.
Yeah, I must admit I got Davor Suker and I actually got Petit, but it's weird because they don't make the team, so I'm looking forward to it. But
I think everybody got Suker.
Yeah, I think everybody got him, and actually he done really well last night in qualifiers. But just on it, John, then just before we wrap up on this promo and we say goodbye to it, are you surprised like me there was no Team 2? And also the fact is it felt like a massive promo, but for it only to be 7 days seems quite surprising.
No, because I think it was always going to be about the Euros go live and we're into the new Euros make your mark and obviously Copa. They go live. That was always going to be the way. So Path to Glory, 1 week, one team. Possibly the mini release could have been a little bit bigger. But outside of that, I think, you had SBCs for showdowns. You've had plenty of pack releases, plenty of opportunities, 85 times 3, etc., etc. I think that they've absolutely nailed it to the extent it was almost like so much to do.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that.
What was your thoughts?
I was very disappointed, actually. I must admit, and we're going to get onto the new promo when Ingve joins us as well. I think we need Ingve's experience just to tell us roughly how we're going to upgrade. But I thought this was massive. I mean, we'd started the new season, and then we had this promo festival of football. I realise it's still going on, and maybe I'm, taking too much the path to glory teams, etc. But I thought it was a great promo. I love these live cards, and I thought these were really good ones because actually, when we get to make your mark, we'll talk about how that's more an individual based performance, but this one was team based, so you weren't potentially relying on your player's performance, but actually the team. And you can look at some of them. I even got a Sabitzer card, 95 rated player, and I don't expect I think it's Australia plays for to do great, but that card's an amazing card.
Yes.
And, and it's fitted really well into my team because I've got quite a strong Bundes team mixed in with the Prem and the Women's Premier League. So I still use the James card from the Women's Premier League and the Hemp card, which was, I think, was the very start, by there. So, no, I was a wee bit disappointed with this one. And maybe when we get on to make your mark as well, the design of that card also just feels a little bit...
it feels a little bit off. The Copa make your mark cards look a little bit nicer. The UEFA one looks a little bit off colour for me. I think part of that, and Evie will probably hate it, is if you did another Path to Glory, because you have to put in those players that are missing. So Walker was an 85, for example. Sabitzer was 85, like you talked about. Balak, Haji, 85s. If you put in another pile of 85s and maybe had to add that little bit extra, so 86, those potentially will go to those 80. They'll go to those. I'm saying 86, 96.
Yeah,
they'll be going to 99.
Yes,
right before the footage cards even come.
Yeah.
With these new ones that Evie will come and talk about, you've got a 96 or a 97. There's no guarantee they'll get those 2 upgrades because of what's being asked of them.
Yeah, no problem. So, but I just say, I thought these cards were, this was going to see us through to the finals. Just my naivety there on that one. So, I mean, just it was a little bit disappointing, and we'll get to make your mark for there. Just on that, John, then, just before with the Euros now going live, I think our game kicks off in 20 minutes or so. How's that going to affect you? There's 3 games, Saturday and Sunday. How's that going to affect you in terms of playing FIFA? Are you going to stop playing, or are you going to just...
No, I think I'll try and play, but I'll try and squeeze in, like, I think I said before we came on here, I'm at 5 Rivals wins for the week. I probably won't do champs. So I'll get my other 2 rival wins, keep my time for some objectives, maybe an Evo, and then I'll watch as much football as I can. So that's the plan. What about you? What do you use? Balance?
I think I'll try and play in between, but I think, with 3 games... sitting down at 2 o'clock for UK time tomorrow, and we won't be leaving probably till 10 from the sofa after watching 3 games. Now, I think for me it will impinge a little bit, but hopefully whet my appetite as well to try some of these cards for there. I just on that last bit of the promos, I'm right in saying there was no Mbappe, was there? There was no Messi. I realise Neymar probably won't go because he's been injured, but was there any of the really big meta cards in that promo? I can't really think of one.
The one that just passed?
Yeah, the one that just passed. Am I mistaken there? Or
No. And that's probably because they're either going to be in this one, / if not out now, no spoilers because we're waiting for Evie, they may come in the mini release, but also it's that, the rating now, what they would have to get. Let's say you put an Mbappe in now, he'll have to start at minimum 96, 97. Realistically, he'll do what they're asking or go far. He could be again at that 99, so I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, no problem. So just on that then, as I say, there was a new batch of Academy upgrade players out tonight.
Yes.
Right in saying it's midfielders. Is there any of them that's caught your eye?
I think they're all good cards. Madison, again, a little bit for me, my gripe in this one was you had French and English players in the first one. You got French and English players in the second one. There were no Scots in the first one. There are no Scots in the second one. There were Argentinians and Brazilians in the first one. There's Argentinians and Brazilians in the second one. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit repetitive. I get why they're taking the bigger nations. And again, but I think they're all nice cards. If you had a new if you're a relatively new, so James that was on the special pod, some of these people may make his team, but even John said, as you heard, that his team's better than John's. But potentially, if you've got a second account, some of these guys will come in for a short space of time. I don't know if they'll be in your team till 2-3 weeks' time when you look at the cards that are available now. So I think they'll all be nice. They'll be, if you view them 95 rated, possibly don't say SBC forward because that's unfair. But I'm not sure unless you're a Tottenham fan, an England fan, and you want a Maddison. If there was a Scottish player, I'd do it. I'd try and play him. I'd still play my Nicky Clark 89 rated up top in some games because that's fun.
No, definitely. I mean, I'm just looking at it. There is some decent cards on there, and I think will be worth doing them. I did the Elise card from there, and just there as we mentioned, Elise, here he is, the man himself,
King of the North,
the King of the North, a man so handsome. Do you know this that Olivier Giroud has his poster on his bedroom wall? He is our own Napoleon. Yeah, it is my good friend Ingve. How was the Munich beer keller, Ingve?
I was busy. They didn't want me to leave, so I had to kind of sneak out. So it was really fun.
Good stuff, mate. So we're talking there on the make your mark, the academy players from there, and just to say that, was there anything on there that any of those players that kind of tickled your fancy?
Maybe Maddison if you put him in the attacker evolution because it will be double 5-star. I haven't had that much time to check all of the options, but that one kind of stands out since he fits the theme of the weekend if you're gonna do the England objectives in the weekend league. So that I think that could be a good option there. Looks really good card as well. I think maybe the Mr. Casemiro will be a popular option, but you have to put him into the attacker as well. So if you've done one attacker and you want to do Casemiro and Maddison, you have to kind of be selective if you want Maddison to have 5-star skimmers and weak foot, or the midfielder option one I think is 4-star skills.
So as I was saying to Chris just before you jumped on, they're all great cards and they'll all be in your team for a short space of time, but they're not going to be there for long, I don't think, when you look at all the other cards that are available. No, but that's why they're easy. I think that's why they're easy to grind.
Yeah, that's true, but I can't understand why they chose Cherky again, since he had a team of the season moment, so that's kind of wasted. And I also thought, since it was academy players, that they would be younger players.
Is it not more around, I could be wrong here, is it not people that didn't make the national squads?
It seems like that, but
I think that was the basis of it. So if they were in the national squad, this is what they could have evolved to if they went to the final. But these guys didn't make the squad. So.
Yeah, but the name, they could have used the younger players then. You have Curtis Jones, for example, if you want to go with the young England. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's the word academy, I think, is the bit that's wrong.
Yeah, so... and of course, it's some well-known players in there as well. So there are some interesting ones that could be good. I think the Canadian Johnson could be interesting if you choose him. But that also has to kind of go into the... No, that's in the team.
Sorry, look at Chris. Chris is grinning because it's a Celtic player.
That was a shock horror, that one there, Ingve. That was a disaster near enough for a Friday. We're mentioning Celtic players already.
I'm sorry. They look kind of the same designer. I'm just jumping in. Alcaraz could be good. A little bit low composure. Bonanote maybe, because Premier League links, etc. It's always nice, but there's so many of these positions already, so it's like, I don't know if I would stress to do. Well, Bonanote would be double 5-star, of course. It's gonna be nice. But if you did the Olise card, you're already kind of set in that position, I guess, as well. So,
definitely.
Yeah, they're not that interesting, I think.
No, and how many people did the other French winger come striker from PSG as well? And then you've got Elise, like you said, you're
Yeah.
covered.
So yeah, that's. I might do. Probably Madison is the only one that looks a little bit interesting. Maybe Casemiro, since I haven't done any of the attacker ones from Copa. So, but I don't know. I don't think any of them would kind of make the team anyway. So yeah, would be
No.
maybe a waste to spend time doing it.
No, definitely, definitely. So we're talking about so is it, Ingve, in your point of view of the make your mark? What is your feelings on? Can you first of all, tell us how do we upgrade our players if we get them?
Yeah, that's. They're a little bit different than the Path to Glory ones, but and I think some of them might be difficult as well because I don't know how many of them are actually starting. That would also be a little bit interesting, and they need to play 5 appearances for the maximum +2. So they start with with one added rating, of course, and then they will get a premium chemistry if they make their tournament debut. That means that they will have better links and easier to put into, like the Path to Glory cards. And if it's a midfielder or attacker, they need to score 2 goals or have 2 assists to be able to get a +1. If it's a defender or goalkeeper, it's clean sheets, 2 clean sheets. And for the second one, of course, is 5 appearances for another +1. So these upgrades might not be as obtainable as the Path to Glory ones, I think.
Yeah, we were just talking about that just before you logged in. I said that I think that's why it's maybe not such a good promotion.
Yeah. So and the card design. This is. I'm sorry to say, but the card design is awful on at least on the European.
Yeah, we said that as well.
I'm sorry to repeat.
No,
I'm just
no,
confirming.
but it's just confirming, and that just shows that we're all on the same wavelength. The graphics for the cards all season have been pretty much spot on,
Yeah.
and that's a big letdown.
The Copa ones are nice. They look a little bit too similar to the Academy ones, but other than that, they're quite nice. I like the stars in the background and things. It looks really nice. But the UEFA Euro ones, oh my god, I don't know. That's a pretty big miss from the design team. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
So just on that then. So as we did last week, could we pick one high rated card that we like, and then one hidden gem? We can take it from the Euros, or you can take it from the Copa. I'll let you go first, Ingve.
Must be Van Dijk with 4 playstyles is probably insane, to be honest. Even if he doesn't get any upgrades, of course, that's 10 millions. If I was to pick one out to pack, I would really like to pick that one. If I was going to go with some kind of hidden gem that's kind of difficult, I think, because I would prefer them to have 4 playstyles, since some of them have and some of them don't, so that's a little bit annoying as well. None of the ones with 4 playstyles are cheap, so, but I think maybe the McTominay card could be decent in game. It's cheap as well.
So the McTominay card, I mean, I know, John, you probably would echo that, being a proud Scotsman. What would be your one that you think high rated wise, and then one hidden gem, please?
Exactly the same. High rated Virgil van Dijk, best defender in the game. We'd all love to have him. And then I was going to either go the DeMarco left wing back card, or McTominay, because I'm Scottish, and I think, like Evie says, you could probably even get away playing centre back the way I play. But certainly a really good CDM. And again, I think you picked up Johnson from Canada's really good, and maybe from the Copa, McAllister. I think he'll drop a little bit. He'd be a nice card to have. He's got fantastic stats.
Yeah, No, definitely. I mean,
What about you, Chris? Who are you going for?
well, I was going to give people a warning, actually, to be honest with you. There's the Colin Mwani card is there. He's 96 rated. He is 1.5 million at the moment. He looks a tremendous card. All I'd say is that France have Giroud with them and Mbappe as well. And Colin Mwani has not scored many goals this season. He was one of the stars in the World Cup, wasn't he, last time? So that's just a little bit of a warning for you, because if you look at that 96 rated, you can imagine that France will do particularly well for there. So you could see them getting, right to the end, and that being what, a 98 rated card. I think we would say that be possible for that card.
Yeah, but he need to have been on the pitch for 5 matches as well.
Yeah,
so I that's not for certain either, unless there's an injury.
And then he needs to score 2.
Yeah.
Or assist, 1 assist, 1 goal. But he needs two contributions and 5 appearances, which will be quite challenging. Unless they bring him on for, like, Giroud comes off and he comes on for the last 15, 20 every game.
No, I think for me the McAllister card probably is the one that is probably one that's attainable at the moment. You expect Argentina to do particularly well, and he has, he made his name in the World Cup, so I imagine he will be a starter for them. He's had a particularly good Premier League season as well, so I don't see there be many players get in front of him.
No, I think he'll start, and I think it should be possible to maybe get 2 clean sheets as well for Argentina. So 98 rated card would be quite crazy. I'm a little bit annoyed, of course, since he already have team of the season, and I know a lot of people that got him in the FUT Champs red picks, and they've done 3 evolutions to get him to 95 rated and spent lots of time, and now there's this card. It's yeah, I think that's a little bit annoying. Of course, it's a cool card, and I love that it's from playing for Liverpool, but I wish they could have selected someone else.
No, definitely. I mean, I was just saying this before you come on, actually, that there hasn't been an Mbappe card. I'm right in saying that. There hasn't been a Messi card, probably because, as John rightly says, the upgrades would probably take them to something that's never been achieved before in FIFA history or FC history. So do you think that's the reason why we haven't seen any of those big sharks there?
No, I think they're saving them for the footies. They're going to be 99 rated SPCs or something. So that would be a little bit too much, I think, putting them in this promo and then in the footies as well. So I think maybe let them breathe a little bit, and then we'll see them in the footies promo with at least 4 playstyle pluses and 99 rated and maxed out in.
Yeah, so good shout, Amy. Good shout.
John, I know you need to nick off now. It's 3 minutes to kick off. I can see there that you are desperate to get off there to shout on the mighty Scots. So hopefully we are celebrating. But I did ask you one thing. If I could ask you one favour before you go off, is I'd asked everybody, the guys, to come on. As we've tried a new feature tonight called Hosts versus the Audience. So, John, could you please give me your forecast score for Germany versus Scotland tonight?
I'm going to go with the heart and not the head, and a 1-0 Scotland win.
So 0-1 and a Scotland win. And then Spain versus Croatia.
Because I've got Croatia in the sweepy, I'm going Spain 0, Croatia 2.
Okay, and then finally, England versus Serbia.
England 2, Serbia 0.
Oh, as a proud Scotsman, I know that was hard for you to do. So we will reconvene next Friday, and we'll give everybody a shout out for the scores there. Ingve's going to give us his, and then Adam is going. I've got his ones as well from our Euro Predictor game as well. But John, thank you very much for joining me, my friend. Enjoy the game. Here's hoping we're celebrating come 10 o'clock tonight. Fingers crossed.
Cheers, guys.
Take care, mate. Cheers, pal.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye.
So, Ingve, we're just you and I now. So, just very quickly then, the Xavi Simons SBC, what's your thoughts on that one?
It looks quite nice, actually. And it doesn't look too expensive either, I think, for the kind of hype his cards usually have as well. It's like around 400k. Of course, it's a little bit, but people have quite a bit of fodder, I still think they have, at least. So I thought he was going to be more expensive since he has the 4 playstyles, which I find really interesting how that's going to work in game. He has the Technical Plus, Trivela Plus, Rapid Plus, and Deadball Plus. So it's not like the most game-breaking ones. It's could of course chosen different, but I still think he's going to be really smooth. He also has the normal chip shot, which is kind of useless, but tiki taka is nice. Whip pass is nice. Flare is nothing special. First touch is nice to have, and quick step. So with the rapid plus and normal quick step, he should feel really snappy and in acceleration and sprinting around there. With some really solid stats all over. 5-star skill must force the weak foot, high work rates, and can start as a cam, right winger or left winger, which is nice to build into teams. I think he's quite close to starting, or at least one of the first subs that they will put on. So he has goals in him. He's had a good season for Red Bull in Germany. So I can see if the Netherlands progress, I think he could be on to get both upgrades. So it looks like a good SPC.
I mean, I know John is super confident of the Dutch in this tournament. We had a show last night with James, which is well worth a listen if you haven't caught with that. And he was rocking the Dutch shirt, and he is very, very confident that they're going to do well. Would you be putting your fodder into this, or is your team too stacked at the moment?
Team is too stacked, but I still think I'll do the SPC because his former cards were really fun earlier. So would be nice as a sub, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if we get some kind of objective where you need at least 5 players from Holland or something, maybe a full squad as well. You never know. We already have England and Germany spin already, so that's possible as well. So I'm pretty sure I'll get dupes enough to. I already have 2 high-rated dupes, maybe 3 that I can squeeze off the highest rated quite easily. So I think I should be able to do that. And also, there's another showdown as well, released today. Argentina versus Canada. So we have Kamal Miller from Canada as one of the options, a centre back, 93 rated. He can run for sure, at least. 91 acceleration, 95 speed. He is 6 foot. He has high work rate, so he'll be a little bit aggressive. Only thing is, like, he has 82 composure, which I'm not a fan of, because I feel that they might make some mistakes with passing and stuff. But he has Anticipate Plus, Slide Tackle Plus, Intercept Plus. He also has a normal power header, long ball, jockey, block, bruiser, first touch, and aerial. So he has all the good playstyles as well. He's 45k, so a cheap one. But Argentina should beat Canada, at least on paper. And that Paredes card looks really good. CDM, center mid, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, high. With some really nice. Well, he's quite stacked stats-wise already. Power shot plus, intercept plus, technical plus with incisive pass, tiki-taka, anticipate, slide tackle, bruiser, rapid, flare, and trivela. So with a +2, he could be really, really good. He plays in Serie A as well, so easy to link him with lots of players. And if you're doing the England objective to unlock the Argentina player, which is a little bit strange, Enzo, of course, you will have a link there as well. So I don't know what you think about the England objective where you unlock a player from Argentina.
It's weird. Yeah. Let's be honest. It's weird, and it does feel exceptionally tough. You know, I'm a player who never hits 12 wins, and I think I've done 14 once in my time. I think to hit 12 wins seems really tough at this stage of the game. I don't think you need to do that. I mean, that is in finals, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only one. You only have one FUT Champs finals to do it in. If it was 2, then I would that's fair, I think, because then a lot of people could do it. because it's an England team. It's not your main team. You're not used to the players probably as well, unless you've been rocking an England team all year. But I doubt many have done that. So it's kind of, you need to a little bit relearn your players if you're not got a photographic memory or something, how they behave in game. It takes a lot to first of all get 12 wins, and with a totally new team, with new players, versus you're not going to face only England teams. You know that there's going to be people using their stack teams to get an easy, they think at least, run for the rewards. So that's a really tough one. Of course, the card looks really good, but if it was an Argentina team and you unlocked an Argentina player, or if you unlocked an England player, I would understand it. But it's strange to use English players to unlock Argentina. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Although the card looks crazy good.
I mean, I'm being unfair to EA in saying that that is too hard, this one.
Yeah, I think so. But of course, it's gonna feel maybe special. But then, of course, if you're lucky enough to unlock him and people see him in the starting lineup, they might just
quit
zero quit you just for that as well. So that's also gonna kind of be demoralizing for people to see that player in the starting lineup. They know they're gonna face a really good player, and that, the mental part is also quite important in the game. So if you kind of get a kick in the leg before you start the match, then it's gonna be an uphill battle. So yeah.
No, definitely. And so just to bring this new promo to an end, I was very critical before you came on, actually, the fact that Festival of Football, I felt, could have went another week longer. Would have been nice to have seen a team 2, because I loved the card design. I loved the idea of the actual live cards. I mean, for this promo, have EA stepped up to the mark, or do they need to be marked down?
Yeah, I think this is a kind of, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this one because the upgrades are not as big. It's more difficult, and celebrate players making a breakthrough on the international stage during festival. Some of these players have already played in the World Cup, so it's kind of pointless having them in this then. So it's I think it would be better just have another week of Festival of Football and just skip this one, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And just so, just one question I wanted to ask you, Ingve, and sorry, I've kind of sprung this on you, is myself, I'm finding the experience point to be a right grind. It's so low, the points that you can earn daily. It seems to be really hard to get to these 4 extra players that you need to play with to get to complete some of the objectives. Are you feeling it a bit of a grind for the season rewards?
Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed that the daily ones are like 75k, and I think it was 300 earlier in the game. So I think it should be easier now when we're in June. I think those should be like thrown at us for fun. But I've done pretty much everything until the new ones that we got today. I have got the 7 ladder players. So I have 3 out of 10 wins for the last XP there. That's 350 to finish that one. And I think there's the Euro throwback, which is a new objective where you can get 2,000 points. But there's kind of riddle thing, which I've posted what players, etc., needed to do in the Discord. So we have. And there's some kits that you can unlock 2,000 with a home and away kit, but of course you have to buy that in the store, and I think it's almost 50,000 coins.
Yeah.
For 2,000 XP. So of course, if you have a stack team and lots of coins, you can kind of get an easy 2,000 points there. But I hear many struggle to get going. I'm at level 15 now before doing the ones that came up. So I'm just looking forward to the kit at level 18, the Polish kit from that looks so cool. Poland 1974 kit looks absolutely awesome. So that one I'm looking forward to. So
No, I'm on level 8 thing, but that's where I'm at the moment. I've played a lot of the game recently. I've played a fair bit, and I've tried to do as much as possible and trying to get to these XP. It seems really hard. And just to say, for anybody who's listening, the Discord is free. So you do get this information for Ingve. He's posted it. He's put the teams on there. I won't spoil it for our Discord members, but if you're thinking of joining us, look at us at discord.com/foot review. It's free to join. We've had a lot of new members start this week as well. Some have actually even joined our Euro Predictor game, so thank you to them who've done it. But again, if you think about it, if you need any sort of help, you've got people like Ingve on hand, to help you with these puzzles.
Yes.
And just in terms of, is there anything else then, Ingve, for this promo that you want to bring up, or anything that we might have missed that you've noticed?
I don't think we missed anything. I'm pretty sure we'll have some evolutions on Saturday and Sunday, because it seems like Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the 3 days we get some evolutions. So we're gonna get some paid ones, I guess, tomorrow. To do some kind, I don't know what kind of evolution are coming. I haven't seen any rumors either. It's not going to be the Academy one, so it's going to be interesting. Hopefully we can get something cool. I'm still waiting for another Founder evolution, which we haven't seen for half a year now or something. My 86 rated Darwin Nunes is still waiting for an upgrade, but he'll probably get a special promo card before I get another evolution. So that's a little bit of a shame, really. But
Do you
it is what
think we'll see any icons of that, Ingve, with the path to glory, or the greats of the game, sorry? Do you think we'll see
No,
anything
I
like
think
that, or
that's kind of
heroes?
finished. So it must. I haven't heard anything that there's going to be any icons during this promo, which it's a little bit annoying. But because there are players that should have gotten some better cards than they have now. So like Van Basten, it would be perfect for him to get a Euro kind of icon card. Greats of the game. He was insanely good player in the Euro. So a little bit strange that he didn't get anything. And of course, Kane Dalglish got one, but he didn't play in the Euro. So there's that. So I was hoping for more hero cards as well. That nope, doesn't look like that.
Yeah, I just feel that it just feels. I don't know about you, Ingve, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer here when I say this, but this promo seems to have taken a lot of the air out of the Festival of Football. I think the last week's I was buzzing for, but this one just doesn't seem to hit the mark.
No, the Festival of Football one, the Path to Glory, was I like that because that's easier for the players to get upgrades as well. And you had icons, you had heroes, and if you had a second week, you could have had more icons and more heroes, which I think would be really cool. And of course, there's lots of players which you could give special cards as well. So that doesn't have. So there could, without any problems, have been another week of that as well, with nicer card design, of course.
Of course, my friend, definitely. And then, so just so I get your predictions then. So Germany, Scotland, the game is 0-0 at the moment. It's 10 minutes in. What do you think the final score will be for that game?
I think it's going to be 1-0 Germany. Sorry.
That's no problem. Spain versus Croatia.
That's going to be, I think, 1-0 Spain as well.
1-0 to Spain. And then England, Serbia on Sunday night.
1-1.
Oh, 1-1. That's going to be a tight game. So Adam, he's, as I say, he's representing our listeners. So Germany, Scotland, he has 1-0 to Germany. Spain, Croatia, 2-1 to Spain. And England, Serbia, he has England getting beat 2-1. So what we'll do is we'll keep these scores running throughout the tournament, the two hosts against the listeners. And what we'll do is we'll post on our socials the 3 games for next week's show. And our listeners can then, whoever listens, can post in on our socials, and we'll pick someone at random to represent you guys out there and see if we can actually beat the hosts. Just as I say that, got the scores in, and Germany has scored, Ingve. So you are on to a bit of a winner at the moment. live update. Wirtz has scored. So thank you very much, Mr. Wirtz, for ruining my Friday already.
I'm going to call Nagelsmann and tell him to park the bus. We don't need more goals now. 1-0 is enough.
The 1-0 is enough. Don't go any further than that then. So, yeah, typical Scotland. We do it the hard way, but I'm sure we'll get there in the end. I just finally on that, what's the plans for this weekend? Is it weekend league? Is it watch the Euros? Less FIFA? Less FC?
A little bit of everything. I think I'll go for try to get the Enzo Fernandez card. I will also watch the Euros, of course. And I'll probably do some objectives to get that, at least that Poland kit as well on the way to hopefully Enzo Fernandez if I'm lucky. If not, then shame. At least I tried. So I don't think I'm going to play less because I haven't played that much during the week. I just played now and then and done objectives and qualifiers. It's not even been more than an hour a day maximum. So I'm not burned out. I still have lots to give. So, but of course, I'll watch a lot of football as well, and it's going to be cool to have Euros going.
No, definitely. As I say, at the moment, it's 1-0 to Germany. I'm still smiling if you're watching on the video here. Florian Wirtz with Joshua Kimmich assist there, and I've just received a text from my wife who's watching the game to say that Craig Gordon would have saved that. So there you go. I've not actually seen the goal, so it must have not been a good one for the goalkeeper there. So no, as I said already in the show, that I'll probably play a little bit, taking the Euros. I think this is a good fun part of the game. And I would say to MD who didn't catch last night's show or special show with James, it's worth a listen. Just to hear the mindset of a new player, and to be fair to him, I learnt a bit as well myself last night off of James, being a new player and the fun that you can have just with playing the game and not putting too much pressure on yourself. But I wanted to say thanks, Ingve. Thanks for joining me. I'm sorry about the confusion with the text messages today about the start times. It's great to have you on. It's no problem, mate. It's absolutely no problem. And as I say, thank you for coming on and actually explaining to us what Make Your Mark is. And have a great weekend, my friend, as we hit the 45 minutes here on the show.
You too, and good luck. You never know if Scotland turn it around, so we'll see.
Fingers crossed, mate. But there's just one less thing to do, and that's to...
Drop it.
Drop it.
FUT. FUT.